Hey everybody, this is Perch. Here's a mail asking about contradictions. Contradictions are fun. Let's get into it. It says, "Hey Perch, I like your show and I really appreciate what you do. Please believe that's true because my next statement may sound like a disagreement. I like disagreements though, so that's not a problem. Anyway, uh, I often see a contradiction in things you say. On one hand, you say there were a lot of good comics back in the past with good storytelling and we ought to go back to that. And then on the other hand, you say that you're tired of the same plots over and over again, like Captain America questioning America. On one hand, you'll post things that are arguably very silly in comics, panels that look strange, wording that is off, and it's funny on one hand, but it can also come off as childish and petty on the other. I think you're aware, but several other channels often use what you say to make fairly racist, bigoted arguments. That's not your fault, and I don't blame you, but does it ever bother you that your arguments can be used by people who, from what I can understand, are completely different from you in your point of view? What do you make of all this? I honestly do believe you love comics, and I enjoy listening to your show, and I think you're out to try and do good. I don't like that, but I'll get to why in a minute. I honestly think you're out to try and do good, but I also wonder about these questions I have. There's a little bit more. I won't go into that last paragraph. Um, First of all, why I don't like that? Don't mistake me. I hear other people do videos talking like they're crusader for justice and they're doing like the Lord's work and putting out these videos. I'm entertaining myself when I drive. I like talking to you guys. I like being in a shop. It'd be much better if it's a two-way conversation. On one hand, I don't miss the streams. They're always somewhat nerve-wracking for me in different areas. But on the other hand, I do miss the live interaction. I honestly do. I hope I can get back to it and kind of claw my way back to it. I've got too many things going on. I'm overworked. But there's no, like, I'm not trying to save the world or do good or any of that. Like, please don't put that pressure on me. I'm not. And I think that's obvious. It's just a channel. It's just meant to hopefully snack bite entertain you. That's all. If you get something out of it, then that's good for you, and more power to you. And I'm glad that there was some net benefit there. But most people won't. In terms of contradictions you mentioned, I think this is a problem with very binary thinking and very binary arguments. There's a lot of good things to learn from comic books that have been published in the past. Longer term storytelling, distribution models, art that is a little bit more detailed. I'll die on the hill that having a separate penciler and inker is a good thing. And having an editor that really cares and gets into each and every panel. It doesn't worry about volume of books that have to go out because we're just publishing so much, but actually cares about that kind of stuff. I think these are all very important things, and I think in the past, the comic companies handled that better. At the same time, and this isn't a contradiction, I don't want the comic companies to just go and redo the same things. I don't want the same plots and the same stories over and over and over. I want them to do new things. I think there are things you can learn from the past and things you should adopt, inherit, and bring forward that are wildly different from just reprinting, recopying the past. I don't think it has to be that black and white. There is a when faced with something kind of silly in comics, like a comic panel where a bathtub is drawn in front of a door, you'll see people say, "I want to go back." But they don't mean, I'm sorry, some, at least, me. And for that matter, I know that was one of Richard's comments that he made in a video. We need to go back. But just to be 100% clear, he's not saying we just need to go back and then start over and do everything exactly the way he was doing it, or way they were doing it, rather. He means, we have to make it better in the future. It's a statement of we have to go back, meaning we have to divert course from this this off track lack of caring place we're at. Not, let's just live in the past forever. It's a very important distinction. I'm sure there are people who would like to just relive their glory years, or relive things they enjoyed, but most people just want better. That's me. I think, Captain America and those storylines is a great example. I think Mark Grunwald had a nice long run. I mean, I could go through all the reasons why I would like to go back to many of those things without recreating the past. Grunwald had a long, long run on Captain America. I think he got better as that run progressed. I think he started out good, but he improved, and he told many, many different types of stories. I wish comic writers today were given that kind of leash, a leash that if they were going to do their part, which is commit to good storytelling, try and improve, constantly take steps forward, that in return, comic companies would give them the security of a 10-year run. I think that's a give and take I would like to see. Grunwald also told many types of stories. He did tell the story of Captain America losing faith in the country. He told the story of Captain America taking on a new identity. He told the story of a bad John Walker Captain America. He told the story of, again, Cap being a werewolf, Cap being on drugs, Cap going on a globe-trotting adventure. The thing that was remarkable about Grunwald's run and several other runs were we got many different types of stories, and I'd like that. But keep in mind, I want many different stories. The emphasis is different. I don't just want one story. Right now, if Captain America was doing a plot for the next 4 years, where in every single issue he was just like, "God bless America, join the Marines," and vote this November. Like, if that was all that was going on, that would get old really fast. I don't want opposite patriotic Captain America. I just want variety. That's all. And variety also means I don't want them to just do Streets of Poison 2 and Bloodstone Hunt 2 and all that stuff either. Do something new. That's what I'm asking for. As to the other part of your question, does it bother me? People asked me this before, and it seems to be on people's minds. Does it bother me that other people will use clips and things I do for their own purposes? And the answer is, I mean, on some level, maybe, but I have to get over that. I mean, you can't, when you put something out, whether it's a tweet, whether it's a comic, and I mean, this is true for creators, it's true for fans, it's true for people who do things on YouTube, it's true for everybody. Once you put your thing out into the world, whether it's a sentence or a comic or more, then it's up to the public to kind of take it and run with it. It's not yours anymore. You created it, but you don't have control of what happens. And that means some parts of it you might like and some parts of it you might not. And if you obsess and focus on the not, on the criticism, or on it getting used for things out of your hands, you'll drive yourself insane. That does mean, and certainly it happens. When I posted up I'm tired of Captain America being mopey sad all the time and having the Questioning America plot for the 50th time, there were definitely people who said, that's what the white supremacists say. Perch is a white supremacist. This show is an alt-right channel. Immediately they go there. Why? Because they got nothing else. That's the only criticism they have. If you listen to something saying, I'm tired of Captain America constantly being mopey and having to, re-explore his faith in America over and over and over ad nauseum, I'm just tired of it. And yes, you can get into details like, well, but there's other plots in the issue too. That was 70% of the issue, but then there was another 25% that was this. And sure, yes, you're right. Again, nothing is binary. Nothing is one or the other. But if you listen to that and go, well, it's clearly an alt-right person, I can't help you. You're a moron. And I'm not going to obsess about you saying and doing stupid things. If you're going to listen to this, if you listen to this show and you walk away from it thinking, oh, this guy is some kind of bigot, okay, that's a take. You're welcome to have it. It's wrong, but I don't know who you are, and I don't frankly care. If you want to go on and trash my life around, and people do, there's certainly blogs, some of the ex-bozos over there who do the fan sites are absolutely convinced it's a hate channel. You're right, I hate parts of the X-Men. I definitely hate the current direction of where that comic is going. I don't wish ill on the creators. I wish they would create something else. But, I'm not their boss, so at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose a lot of sleep over whether they're creating the X-Men or not. I'm going to say I don't like it, and that's it. If that's the definition of being a bigot, then again, you're going to live a pretty miserable life. You're going to live your life surrounded by shadowy enemies who are out to get you. What a horrible existence. I'm sorry, I wouldn't want it. Do people take what I say out of context? Sure. Are there actual, people who are just determined to like grift and hate and shit all over everything because that's their model? That's the only thing they have to go for? Sure, there are lots of everybody. There there are lots of all of these things. And sometimes, yes, they're going to use panels. Sometimes they're going to post up a video saying, "Hey, sales in this segment of comics not good." And a person who is pissed at Marvel or DC or who knows. I can't see into their heart. Are they a bigoted person? Maybe. I don't know. That's on them. I'm not going to stand here and point at them and call them that all day. They know or don't. Whatever. But if they're going to use that panel, there's no stopping that. If they're going to take me saying that sales are bad as ammo for their argument, okay. The best thing I can do is that hope that rational people will be able to separate somebody making a rational argument, from somebody who's making an insane one. And if they can't, I mean, again, what am I going to do about that? You can spend a lot of time obsessing of how to control your life, but you can only control what you can control. A lot of this stuff is, it's beyond your reach, and you make peace with that. It's my advice, and it's not always easy. By the way, nobody likes to see this stuff. When I see somebody post, retweet like, "Oh, yeah, Perch lives in his sheltered little fantasy land and of white people and men and sexism," and it's like, I'm raising 2 daughters. I hate seeing stuff like that. I don't want to be accused of that. But can I control it? What can I do about that? I have the choice. I can get into a huge fight. I can go, "No, you're wrong," and then just start screaming, throwing stuff. I can mute or block the person, which is often the smartest thing. If somebody's carrying on and acting like a jackass, the best thing to do is get yourself away from them. People who give disingenuous arguments and troll and do this kind of shit have a playbook. They roll out an argument. They know that argument is phony. If you ignore them, then they try and bait you in. "Oh, you're a coward. Oh, look at the coward who blocked me. Oh, look at that." Again, if you don't agree with what they say, if you think they're spouting nonsense, why would you care if they're calling you a coward? It's okay. You're getting them out of your life. Fastest way possible. I don't know. I've muted plenty of people. It's just, it's like, "Hey, I'm coming in to try and have a fight with you," and quite frankly, a lot of it is, I'm sitting here with, 6,000 followers, and this person wanders in with, 20. It's like, I'm going to have some entertainment on your behalf. That's what it's about. It doesn't matter to them. Many times when you look through people's timelines, or you look through the video library of what they put up, you get the same shit over and over. You get the same playbook run against 50 people before they got to you. So in the words of a Fight Club, which I guess is Fight Club now a misogynist movie? That's somebody was telling me this the other day. It's like, oh, people who like Fight Club, it's a red flag for misogyny. It's like, what? I'm just, for fuck's sake, just watch the movie. Anyway, where's I going with this? I don't know. Oh, you're not a unique snowflake. I guess that's the thing. This has all happened before. It'll happen again. It's nothing to worry about. If you enjoy the show, thank you. If you don't, I don't know why you're listening at this point. And just do the best you can. This is not that hard. We most of us, I think the vast majority of people listening right now, and the most people who are out there, they know that these things are not black and white. They know that it's not completely recreate the past letter for letter or do crazy shit in the future. That they know that there's more variance than that. They know that saying, "Hey, I think Captain America, being mopey for the 500th time is boring, not white supremacy." But it's you can't control everything. Try and be happy. Anyway, thank you very much for the mail. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for listening.